Hello and welcome to my second video. Today we'll be talking about the society, religion and language of the ancient Bulgar people. Let's start off with the language. The language that the Bulgar people spoke was more than likely of Turkic origin, which can be demonstrated by words such as Khan, Tarkan, Boyla and Diapagan. It was related to the ancient Khazar language, which is now extinct, and the only modern example of such a Turkic origin language is Chuvash. The Bulgar calendar that was used had a 12-year annual cycle. That sounds familiar, that's because it was more than likely adopted through other horse tribes from China. Now, the writing of the Bulgar peoples was a runic writing style. It utilized runic symbols, and it had very apparent religious importance, as can be demonstrated by the symbol of Tangra, the supreme god. Now, most inscriptions written during the time of the First Bulgarian Tsardom were in Greek and later Cyrillic characters. When the Bulgar nobility settled the Danube, they maintained their language and customs for approximately 200 years. However, after the Christianization of the Bulgar nobility, they adopted Slavic language as their spoken language, and essentially the Bulgar spoken language completely disappeared after this period, completely replaced by Slav. The ancient Bulgar religion was a monotheistic one, with Tangra being the supreme omniscient god. He is oftentimes associated with light, sky, and the sun, with his holy animals being eagles and horses. This is also clearly shown in ancient Bulgar burial sites, which included bronze statuettes depicting the sun, horses, or eagles. The only known other deity is Ume, the goddess of fertility. Now, Tangra would use his omniscient powers to provide the ancient Bulgar Khans with the right to rule. And not only that, but his worship was supreme within the Bulgar religion, as shown by the placement of Bulgar living spaces known as shatras. They would be placed so that their entrances would point south. It was the same with Bulgar burials. The deceased were buried in such a way that their feet pointed southwards. Ritualistic shamanism and sacrifice were also very common. Sacrificed dogs and deers have oftentimes been discovered. It is believed that Bulgar shamans would carry out ritualistic sacrifices of dogs before battle, as dogs were the symbolic animal of the ruling Dulo clan. Judging by the color of the dog's heart, the shamans would decide whether the omen was good or bad. The ancient Bulgars were nomadic equestrians. However, they had a large amount of contact with more sedentary societies, and through them they learned many skills such as blacksmithing, pottery, and carpentry. The Bulgarian society was very focused on tribes and clans, and had numerous different ranks and titles which denoted the skills and roles that individuals would play. The larger administration included inner and outer tribes, governed by the ruling clan. The Khan was the supreme ruler of the Bulgar people, and the nobility were represented by boylas. The word boyla would later evolve into boyar or boyar in English. There were three types of boylas: great boylas, who acted as advisors to the Khan; outer and inner boylas. A bagatur was a rank denoting a military commander, where Slavic chiefs, or generally vassal chiefs, were called zupan. Tarkan was a military governor, and Tabare was a military ambassador. There are several other known ranks and titles within the ancient Bulgar society. However, their official meaning is not known. Originally, the Bulgars inhabited large tents known as shatras, but on the Danube they transitioned to Slavic-style dwellings known as zemlyankas. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe.